Hello.
Hello,
So, Azula, how are you doing?
fine, gorgeous, I can say. What
Uh,
about you?
well, so I wouldn't say that I'm quite good because I believe that I'm having high blood pressure. Anyway, so let's come back to your sheep, as they say, right? So you are about to take the IELTS examination, and the first part of the examination is the speaking model, and you've asked me to give you a helping hand about that, right? So let it be a kind of speaking marathon. Okay, so
Okay,
the structure, the regime of our work is the following. I will be firing at you with questions, okay? And I won't give you any long time period to think over what to say and how to say the question I've just given you. Well, on the contrary, you should answer the question on the spur of the moment, okay? As fast as you can. Well,
oh,
when you are when your answer is over, so we will take a pause in order to think over the quality of your answer. I will draw your attention to some mistakes which you have made, and also, if it's possible, I will give you my version, which I believe could have been much better than yours. Okay?
okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Mhm. So please remember that no Chinese word is allowed. Okay? During our
Yeah,
conversation. Moreover, you know that I can't speak I want to say, Chinese. I can't speak Japanese. Okay, so Zula,
okay.
hold on a second, please. I have prepared lots of questions to you.
Oh, glad to hear it.
hmm So my first question: what do you think about mysterious creatures like the Yeti, the Loch Ness monster, or vampires? So what do you make of such creatures?
Well, I guess it is an
Uh,
issue with lots of
mhm,
pros and cons. But as for me, I think that this is more than object of fairy tales or some mysterious stories for kids. So I can say that I believe in such kind of stories, but uh, in my way of thinking, this is a good way to how to say to strict children's minds
mhm,
and um, to say that they are real.
mhm. Okay. So to cut a long story short, you want to say that you want to make the point that you don't believe in the existence of such mysterious creatures, right?
Right, because I'm more a scientific. I believe to science, and as we know that there is no real how can say uh, provements of such creatures. So that's why I can say that I believe in them.
hmm Okay. Okay. Thank you. So I guess this is the end of your answer to my first question, right? So let's analyze the quality of your answer. Well, more or less it was okay, but I believe you could have answered the question much better. You know why? Because
Why?
in my opinion, you failed to give me a complete answer. You should remember that whenever you are speaking to an IELTS examiner, you should make them believe that you can speak academically. And what does it mean to speak academically? It means that you give a very short introduction to the matter being brought up by the examiner. Then you give some extension in the main part, and preferably you paraphrase your main idea shortly in the form of the conclusion of your answer. For example, you could have said
Mhm.
like this: yeah, like many other people, when a child, I used to read a lot folk stories about such creatures such as vampires, and moreover, when I grew older, so I saw some movies on vampires, on Yeti residing or living in the deep forest, etc. But it's kind of in the introduction, okay? Then,
Mhm.
however, I'm down-to-earth person, and moreover, I'm a scientist who believes in strict proof. And as far as I know, no proof has been found to cast a light to the existence of such creatures. Okay. In the end, we could have said, to cut long story short, I just don't believe in the existence of such mysterious creatures. Anyway, not bad for the beginning. It's kind of warm-up section, right, for you. Uh, some mistakes you made when answering the question. So you said believe two sides.
Mhm.
We never use preposition to after the verb believe. We say believe in something. Okay.
Okay.
Then you said provements. So frankly speaking, I have never heard such a word. So proof, yeah, but not provements.
Proof. Yes.
And
Sorry.
besides, you made a phonetical mistake saying creatures. No, creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Creator is someone or someone who makes other creatures. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so that's it. Thank you. My next question. Tell me, please. Oh. Hold on a second, please. Yeah, the next question is, do you believe that all people around the world do want to be famous?
Well, I can say that we live in the era of social media when anyone can be famous um, without some acting courses or some knowledge in this sphere. For example, you can just post the video of your cat, and next day you can be famous, and your video can be in the web. So I but I believe that this is not the goal um, of the majority of people.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that it is up to the person. For example, there are people who really want to be famous, to be on the cover of some magazines or posters for movies, but there are another group of people who wants to live quietly, to have patient life in the circle of their family members or
Mm-hmm.
friends. And I can say that I belong to the second group. So I looking back at my childhood, I can say that yes, I also used to dream about being a popular singer, and used to imagine how I will rock the world, for example. But
Mm-hmm.
now I can say that my life priorities has changed, and I um, will always choose my family and my private life.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I've got it. So not bad. Like your answer. Let's draw your attention. Let me draw your attention to the mistakes you made. Phonetical mistake, not era, but era.
Era, okay.
Yeah, era. A long period or something, right? Then what I like
Mhm,
about the answer is that you used the phrase verb up to. It's up to the person.
mhm,
Okay. Then also I like I like that you use a gerunds. For example, you said dream of being. Well,
mhm.
however, you made two serious mistakes, uh, categorized as subject verb agreement or disagreement. You said people who wants, another group of people who wants. So
Oh,
who modifies the verb people? It's in plural form. That's how you can say.
yes.
Uh, you understand that, right? As
Yes.
you should have added as, and also you said my life priorities has changed. You said have changed.
Mhm,
But the positive moment about this particular sentence is that you use the present perfect tense. It's okay. Then
mhm.
my question to you: why didn't you use the word celebrity as a synonym for the word famous?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Next question, please. Ready?
Yes, of course.
So many people believe that famous people have an easy life. Do you agree or disagree with this statement?
Well, I can say that it is not in my power,
Mm-hmm.
let's say, is to judge someone's life or to um, say it, to give some. Um, Sorry, can I restart?
Yeah, do please.
Well, well, I believe that due to these movies or stories about celebrities' lives, I can say that yes, it is really hard to be someone who who is recognized in the street or wherever they are going. For instance, these people don't allow to have private life, or they need to even hide their children from paparazzi or for uh, another people in order to give them the feeling of safety or um, to give them some private privacy. So in this case, I can say that being famous is about to both advantages and disadvantages.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe that there are more disadvantages than advantages because if we are talking about money or the budget of such celebrities, I can say that there are some things that you can't buy even with the world's biggest treasures. So so I believe that this life is challenging and not everyone can handle it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I have taken the point. So the mistakes you made, you mispronounced the word allow. You said allow, not allow, but allow.
Allow, okay.
Yeah, the second mistake of yours is you're saying another people. People is countable and plural noun, right? And that's why you could
Mm-hmm,
have you shouldn't have used the word another because another means one.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Then you said in order to give them, of course not. It's an infinitive. In order to give them,
Okay,
and in vocabulary terms, you could have said like this. So if we consider the financial side of the matter, so we can say that, or I believe that. Thank you. Thank you. So, in other words, you wanna say that it's not easy to be a celebrity, right?
right.
Because they are not that free as they seem to be. Uh-huh. Yes, to some extent, I do agree with you because they are restricted because whatever they do is discussed widely, and that
Mhm.
also can turn out to be against themselves. Thank you very much. Thank you. So my next question, you should understand that these are not IELTS questions yet. These are the questions
Mhm.
just to get you warmed up, okay?
Okay,
So my next question, tell me please, are you afraid of clowns? Yeah, I understand that my question may seem to be weird to some extent, but I know some guys who are afraid, who are frightened of clowns, and when they were children, so they would cry a lot whenever they came across one, for example, in the circus or somewhere outdoors. How about you? So, are you afraid of clowns?
well, I also have the same story. To be more precise, looking back at my childhood, I remember
Mhm,
uh, the neighbor, the boy who lived the next door, was really odd, and he used to do some strange tricks. And one day, I remember I was only 4 years ago.
mhm,
I was playing with kids when he suddenly um, came and just pushed me, and he was wearing this mask of the clown, and I was really scared because I remember that I fall into the pool, and at this time I couldn't swim, and I was really scared and shocked, and maybe because of this I have started uh, to be afraid of these clowns. And I remember that every night I used to see some nightmares
I'm
uh,
sorry.
with why are you laughing? This is
I'm not
kind of
laughing. Yeah, it's a
this
very serious
kind
stuff.
my psychological trauma from my childhood. And when I was a teenager, my parents made up their mind to have some lessons with psychologists, and I how can I say, I trained all my problems and this trauma, and she really helped me and gave me her helping hand. And I can say that since that time I'm not afraid of these clowns anymore. But to be honest, whenever I see these clowns, I need some time to uh, push myself and say that everything is okay, and to put me in high spirits,
Hmm.
and it really helps me. So so that's the story.
Okay, thank you very much. It was really interesting to know something new about you. You know, Azula, we have known each other for 3 months, right? Because you're under my supervision for 3 months, and this is something new about you because whenever we have classes, you always tell me something about yourself, but you have never mentioned anything like that. Okay, thank you very much. Now, about my comments on the quality of your answer, um, I guess that it would have been quite natural if you had used the word phobia, right?
Oh yeah.
Then you said the neighbor. Actually, you should have said a neighbor because there were a lot of other neighbors living around, and you were telling me something about one of them. That's why you should have said
Mhm.
a neighbor. Then
Ah,
I liked that you used the past continuous tense. So was playing while I was playing with other kids outdoors. Then you said I was scared. No, it happened. The situation you talked about had happened. mm, I would say out of the blue, right? Unexpectedly. For that reason, was God transforms into God. Not I was scared,
mhm,
but I got scared
got
because
it.
I was scared is kind of not the change of the station, but the station itself. But you talked about the change of the station when you were okay and suddenly you stopped being okay. And in that situation, we use get instead of be. Then you
Okay.
said, and I fall into the pool. No, you fell into the pool, right? The past simple form of the verb fall is fell.
Ah, okay.
Yes, then you said, at this time I couldn't swim. No, at that time you couldn't swim. Not this time, but at
Mm,
that time, because you refer
yes, yes.
to a past situation. That's why you should have said that time. Then these clowns. You said, and I was afraid of these clowns, or I'm not afraid of these clowns. Why did you say these clowns? You want to say that you are afraid of these clowns, but you aren't afraid of those clowns? Of course, no. You talk about all clowns at all. That's why you shouldn't have used any words like this, these, those, that, etc. Just clowns. Then you
Okay.
mispronounced the word trauma. You said trauma or something like this, but the right pronunciation of this word is trauma.
Trauma.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Thank you.
when you mentioned to your parents' decision to turn to a psychologist, by the way, it's a good. vocabulary component to your answer. I mean, I'm going to say that you could have said, and after that situation, my parents made up their minds, but not mind, as you said, because
Mm-hmm.
you refer to two people, that's why minds. So my
Mm-hmm.
parents made up their minds to turn to a professional psychologist to sort out the problem, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and she gave me, you said she gave me her helping hand. No, yeah, I know this idiom, but the correct use of the idiom is that you use the article a before the words helping hand. She gave me a helping hand.
Mm.
Or if you want to
Okay.
use a phrasal verb, you could have said, oh, and she helped me out. And then you said, since then, I'm not afraid of clowns, right? First of all, in vocabulary terms, you could have substituted the word afraid with the word fear, right? And the word since then imply the use of the present perfect tense. Since then, for example, you could have said, since then, I have stopped fearing clowns.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, I have stopped fearing clowns. Okay, thank you. My next question. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. So tell me, please, what can people do in the forest in order to enjoy the surroundings?
Well, um,
Yeah, it's not that easy to answer this question. I know. Okay, make up your
well,
mind.
there are
So think up something.
there are a lot of things that people
Activities.
activities that people can enjoy during their forest adventure. Uh, for instance, um, for instance, I, along with my parents, used to go on such kind of forest. To be more precise, I live in Japan, and as you know, the landscape of Japan is one of the most gorgeous natures in the world, and the nature is full of um, various types of trees, flowers, and plants, and we used to go to um, to such kind of trips to the forest where um, where we used to put some um, I don't know how can say it in English.
Okay, you've got a dictionary. I will pretend that I don't know that you are using a dictionary right now, that you're looking up a word in a dictionary. La 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 la.
We used to put tents.
Oh, I knew
Uh,
that that you were going to ask me about that word. Okay.
yeah. Well, we used to put tents where we could stay for a night, and it was really amazing and mesmerizing because we could see the stars at night, and it seemed like they were too close for me, and I can just touch them, and it was really magical. So also we used to play some games, for instance, to find some kinds of mushrooms. So it was both enjoyable and useful, because then we used to sort these mushrooms, and it was ready to eat breakfast, for instance. And also, my father is keen on butterflies and some unique insects, and
Mm-hmm.
he's biologist, and my favorite part of going to the forest was to discover with him some unusual types of these butterflies and insects, and it was really captivating because we were searching, for example, for several hours, um, and we never got tired uh, because this activity was really, how I mentioned above, captivating. For example, one day I remember we found one type of butterfly named black knight, and it was really black without any colors. And when we caught it, um, my father was on cloud nine, and it was really interesting because then we realized that it is really challenging to find such kind of insects. So answering this question, I can say that there are a lot of captivating activities that you can um, find even in the forest. It is up to person and people with whom you are going to spend this time together.
Okay, thank you. Really good answer. Thank you very much. It's full of information and detail. And so, listening to your answer, I put myself into your shoes, and I went through all the same sensations you described. Very interesting, really. Thank you. Now,
Okay.
let's go over my comments. Well, first of all, I like what I liked about the answer. You use the word captivating, for example, but you a bit overused this word because it's okay to use the word interesting.
Two times.
Yeah, okay. Then you could have used the word enjoy doing. So, for example, there are a lot of different things you can enjoy doing while you are in the forest. Also, I
Yeah.
liked that you use the idiom on cloud nine, to be on cloud nine, which means to be very happy. Also, you used this word collocation along with, because few not native speakers use this phrase. So along with, together with, as well as, right? Okay.
Mhm.
Then you use the word tense. So I pretend that you knew this word all along. Okay.
Thank
Um,
you.
yeah. Okay. Then however, in vocabulary terms, you could have used the word species. For example, my father was on cloud nine when we found um, a, a special butterfly species.
Mhm.
Okay, then you could have used the word bird watching, for example, right? Right? Bird watching. So besides catching butterflies, we also enjoyed bird watching.
Mhm.
And when you use the word tent, make sure that you use the correct phrasal verb. You can't say just put up tents. Put up tents. We put up tents. Put
Mhm.
up. Okay. Then my father found some kind of some butterfly species. He said instead of found, you could have used the phrasal verb came across, right?
Yes.
So my father came across and then you mentioned what exactly he could find there. Okay, thank you. Not bad. Not bad. My next question to you. Hold on a second, please. I will take another piece of paper because
Mhm.
this one is over. Hold on a second, please. Is it cold outside in Japan now?
Well, this year summer is not typical for our region, and I
Mm-hmm.
can say that it is quite warm today.
Mm-hmm.
So
Plus
it
how many
really
degrees? Plus how many degrees?
uh 28 degrees today, for example.
Wow. But actually, Japan is located in the Asian region. That's why it's not that surprising. Moreover, we should remember the geographical side of the matter. The thing, if I remember rightly, I'm not that good at geography, but if I remember rightly, Japan is washed by oceans, right? By the Pacific Ocean and by some seas. That's why you can't have very, very harsh winters. As for the summer season, well, it can't be very, very cold either. Okay, thank you. So my next question is about your country, by the way. So um, let's, I know that Japan is not a very large country, but still it's not tiny either. I would like you to talk about your region where you are living currently, and to tell me what kind of holiday is mainly preferable by local residents. By type of holiday, I mean sightseeing holiday or seaside holiday, adventure holiday, or camping holiday, or maybe skiing holiday. So in other words, what type of activities do people residing in your region like doing when they are on holiday? You've got it?
Yes, I've got it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, people in my country um, have some different activities. For example, if in one country people prefer to celebrate more some adventure holidays or some camping holidays. But in my country, people are really fond of planting holiday. It it may be sound uh, sound strange, but we are keen on planting, as for example, trees or some various types of plants, but especially a sakura.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to spell it in English. So
I guess everybody knows what it means. Okay, it's a Japanese cherry species, right?
yes,
Cherry
this is
plant.
yes that is famous all over the world, and we have holidays when everyone with their friends or family can buy the sakura
Mm-hmm.
and plant in the parks where the how can I say the um, green spaces is less are
Mm-hmm.
less, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
green spaces are less, and I think that this is a real captivating holiday because you know that you are doing both, um, make your country more healthy, and it is the best way to spend your time with family members.
Mm-hmm.
For example, we don't only plant this sakura, but also play some traditional games, and we have to prepare our national cuisine, and it's really delicious. So you can one day visit um, my country at this holiday
Mm-hmm.
during this holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Thank you.
so yeah, it's really enjoyable event because we play games, as I mentioned before, and we
Above.
uh, above, and also dance and listen to our national music, um, and it's really colorful holiday because we also decorate everywhere, each street with this sakura related I mean we decorate each street with flowers,
Mm-hmm.
and also some stuff which is related to the sakura.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I've got it. So you just mentioned that it's very colorful and it's very exciting, blah blah blah. And also you've mentioned that some guys involved in that type of holiday play some musical instruments, right? So
Yes,
can you play any musical instrument?
I wish I can, but to be honest, it was my dream. When I was a child, I wanted to play the piano, but all my actions were failure, and I can say that playing some musical instruments is not my cup of tea.
Okay, I've got it. Thank you very much. Now, we have a few seconds, so let me go over your mistakes, okay? So you
Okay.
could have said residing in my country. So guys residing in my
Oh,
country. Or you said fond of planting. People are fond of planting.